Hey everybody, and welcome back to Free Friday. This is Jason Ricci, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how different scales can sound so differently over just one tone. In the background, what we have here is a D cello tone. It could just be a regular D major chord, but it's a D cello tone. So what we're going to do is check out all of the different ways that a few different scales can sound. Now, the point of this demonstration, okay, is to get you familiar with the different types of flavors and ethnicity that different scales can bring. So they can communicate different emotions like joy or sadness or mysterious feelings or something maybe gypsy, different types of ethnic, cultural, emotional value. And then you can then take this and, when applicable, put this into your playing. So what I'm trying to teach you here is that these scales are not just some type of an academic pursuit. They are that initially, and we put in a little bit of hard work so that ultimately we can make music freely and express ourselves. Let's have a listen. D. It's just a D. D cello drone. I'm on a G harp in second position, so I'm playing 2 draw. Now I'll add the whole D major chord. Right? So what I'll arpeggiate that D major chord. Remember, arpeggiating means only to play one note of a chord at a time, any order. So it looks like we're going to do more than just scales today. Here's a couple of chords. So that was a D major chord. Now all I got behind me is a D, so I can actually turn this D into D minor by flatting the third of that D major chord. That means I'm going to bend 3 draw. Maybe I put a 7 on that D minor. So that was just adding 5 draw or 2 double bends, same note. Right? Now I can do the same thing with a regular D major chord. So you can see just how these chords sound when they're played over just the most minimal amount of accompaniment. Gives you an idea of the kind of vibe they bring. Like, let's take a jazzy 6 chord. 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw. That's the major triad. Regular D chord. Now let's add a 6, which comes on the 5 blow or the 2 blow. Start our cello again. Here we go. So now that's just a couple of chord ideas. Scales and chords can relate to each other. You can look at the root notes and the notes that exist in a scale and match them with chord changes and arpeggios. There are certain scales that have certain things in common with certain arpeggios. Don't worry if you don't understand any of this. Just learn the scales and the rest will come naturally. Let's start with a very simple scale, and one of my favorites for the diatonic. I have lots of videos on this, guys. Lots of videos. This is the major pentatonic scale. That's all major pentatonic stuff right there. So just moving in and out of that scale, okay? You can just start with a few notes of it. If it's too overwhelming to worry about all 5, so I've kind of assigned myself a little beat here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little tongue block. And just even within that major pentatonic, I can start giving different flavors. Folk. Country. So, you know, each scale has its own little flavor. Little Zydeco. Creole Zydeco, right? So let's change the scale. Let's go from major pentatonic to a little bit darker, the minor pentatonic. My 6 blow's a little sharp. Lower section. And remember, I have videos on each one of these scales. So here we go, minor pentatonic. I'll do the scale a couple of times up and down, and then I'll start to improvise. One more. All the flavor in that scale is in that 3 draw half step bend. It's what we call a minor third, right? That's what changes it the most from that major pentatonic, is that note is not natural. It's a flatted third. If I don't flat it, it sounds like... We hear the difference? Right? Now, it doesn't mean I can't use both, but the best way to learn how to use both is one at a time. Oh. Oh. Let's improvise. Putting a little blues in there with that flat 5. So the only difference between a blues scale and a pentatonic scale is that 4-draw bend, 1-draw bend, 7 overdraw. No. Right, but I'm going to try to improvise without it for now. We'll go to the blues if I do a good job with this one. Oops, see, that's why I don't practice that scale. Now you can hear the flat 5. I will mess with it. You heard that pentatonic without it. And then let's introduce it. I'll play a little while minor pentatonic, and then I'll add the flat 5 from the blues scale. Remember, it's the same scale, just with a 4-draw bend and the other ones. Ready? Now let's put it in. Yeah, man, a lot harder to play without that note than it is. A lot harder to stay in the simple 5-note minor pentatonic than it is to play the blues scale on harmonica. 4-draw comes so naturally. I don't even practice with the blues scale. Don't even do it. Let's do another scale to the mixolydian, right? So it's just like a major scale. 2-draw, 3 double bend, 3-draw, 4 blow, 4-draw, 5 blow, 5-draw, 6 blow. Here it is. A little slower. The lower section, same as the top. Two draw, 2 double bend, 2 blow, 1 draw, 1 blow. Now let's improvise. Mixolydian. I'll play it a couple of times and then I'll start improvising. Here's one. Yeah, man, all right. Mixolydian, right? What about the regular major scale? Now, you could do this. You don't have to do this in cross, right? You can do these scales in any positions. You can take your position that you do that scale in best, get to a D drone, and try it over that, right? It just gives you a different flavor, right? Now, if you can do them in one position, it's nice, because then you can mix them and do different stuff. Okay, so before we get to that, let's get to the major pentatonic. The major scale. So remember, the major pentatonic is just 5 notes within that scale. It's just missing that 5 overblow and 4 blow, right? The minor pentatonic is a scale that has all the notes that are in a blues scale except for 1, right? So sometimes you can find these little pentatonics in other scales, and then you can play both, right? For example, did you know, and you might know from my other videos, that I can play Dorian minor and cross, and so can you. So it pays to learn these scales in different positions, even the ones they don't come naturally to, because you can go in and out of them. So here, how many scales did I do? I did the major pentatonic, the minor pentatonic, the blues scale, the mixolydian, and the major scale, and now the Dorian minor. 6 different scales. So now I'll just jam, and I'll play them all. So I'm making one statement kind of pretty, and then a little mean. A little pretty, mean. just anything, right? And now I'll just play harp. I'll just play all the notes that feel right to me. Chromatic. You get the idea, baby. So these are the different scales and all the different things they can do. So the basic idea is to practice them all individually and then set out to create emotions with them. I hope this video helped demonstrate them. Sorry for the lack of editing. Guys, I'm getting ready to go to Germany and I'm overwhelmed. I'm teaching and I'm gigging here in New Orleans. But Free Fridays happen no matter what, and there'll be a Free Friday coming in Germany. That's right, I gotta make 2 videos this week, so another one drops on Friday next week. So enjoy the video. I hope you learned something, and stay tuned for the credits. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Free Fridays right here on YouTube. Subscribe today. Click the subscribe button for hundreds of free harmonica lessons. If you like what I'm putting down and you'd like to support the cause, go the extra mile, be sure to visit my Patreon page. Patreon patrons, thank you very much. You're making these lessons an absolute priority in my life, no matter how busy I get. A free lesson happens every Friday. For as low as $1 a month, that's 25 cents a lesson, you can become a Patreon patron. If you're doing a little better and you can donate more, that's great. Every time you become a Patreon patron, you're helping somebody else out there that doesn't have a credit card, that doesn't have $1 a month, to continue to get free harmonica instruction and much, much more. Remember, we got product reviews here on this channel. We do videos on addiction and bipolar disorder. We got blues stories. We got performance videos and everything right here on Jason Ricci's YouTube. Subscribe today. I'd like to thank Hohner Harmonicas, and I'd like to thank Blue Moon Harmonicas, making custom parts for any harmonica that you might have at home. Blue Moon has got you. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, pedals, amplifiers, microphones, you name it, much more. Right here out of Louisiana, the Lone Wolf Blues Company is bringing you the best in customer service for almost any kind of amplified blues harmonica needs that you may have. Speaking of amplifiers, Harp Gear amplifiers, check them out. The very best Harp Gear, right out of Ocala, Florida. I got a website, www.mooncat.org. Check me out on mooncat.org. I got tour dates happening all over the place. I'm going all over the country this year, playing tour dates with J.J. Appleton, with Damon Fowler, with J.P. Soares, with my own band, with Joe Crown, all kinds of people. www.mooncat.org. T-shirts, lesson information, all of that. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We do this every single Friday, and then every now and then I throw you some more stuff right here at Jason Ricci's YouTube. A Mooncat, love and appreciate all y'all. Thank you.